You know, sometimes I really freaking hate Justin Tucker. Like, I don't know if you guys knew that. Sometimes we really hate Justin Tucker. This guy is just Mr. Automatic. This guy is so clutch. This guy, almost every time we face these fuckers, man, it's just, this guy is so clutch. Like, I can't tell you how many times this guy has won the game for the Ravens against the Steelers. Like, I'm not sure if you guys hear that. That's it. Really? Like, how bad is it out there?
That if you guys hear that's been going on for 5 straight minutes. We waited 4 minutes trying to make this video.
Yeah, we waited for the perfect time.
As soon as it got quiet, we hit record. And then now a ambulance had just went by our house.
Seriously, like what the I don't know, man. Like it's fitting. It's honestly fitting with this game, man.
I mean, after the injuries that sustained, can you stop?
Yeah,
after the injuries that sustained in this matchup, this is kind of like...
This is convenient, honestly.
Yeah, I would say so, yes.
This was just a typical Steelers versus Ravens rivalry game, man. It was exciting. It was brutal. It was physical. It was close. And it went into overtime. But unfortunately, the Steelers lost, like I said, to a Justin Tucker game-winning field goal, 26-23, man. This is just a tough loss, man. We fall to 1-4. We fall... I'm sorry, we don't fall. We're still third place in the division. Damn. I mean, we're 1-4. We had some momentum coming into this game after a good win last week against the Bengals at home. We come in our house again, and we could have beaten the Ravens. There were many opportunities and many times that we could have won this game and that we should have won this game, honestly. But we just didn't capitalize, and most of that goes to the offense. I think I'm going to start with the offense, man. I mean, the offense... didn't have a bad game necessarily, but they were sloppy. There was no balance whatsoever. I mean, I'm looking at the stats here. How many times did James Conner run this fucking thing? 14 times. We ran it fucking 19 times, which is okay, I guess, but against a Ravens rushing defense that got pretty much destroyed by Nick Chubb last week and the Browns rushing defense or rushing offense, I feel like we definitely could have expressed more of the rushing game.
Yeah, and capitalized on the miscue that was the Ravens rush defense.
Exactly.
Because if Nick
and
Chubb...
the offense overall.
If Nick Chubb could do something like that, why would we not utilize our rushing attack with Connor and Samuels?
Right.
Even a bit of Snell. Like, I still don't get what Figner's trying to do here.
Yeah, like...
Why would you not take advantage of the rushing offense?
Right. You know, honestly, it's just all over the place. There's no balance. The offense was sloppy. Don't get me wrong. They definitely had some great plays. Juju Smith-Schuster's touchdown from Rudolph to Juju for the first score of the Steelers in the game. What else do we have? I mean, honestly, James Conner's, of course, rushing touchdown and everything, but I think we had a few great moments. But
yeah. I think those were like the 2 only touchdowns we scored.
Yeah, other than that, we just got field goals. Boswell was pretty much key here. I mean, Boswell's great. We all know Boswell's great. He's back to his normal self. I don't think he's missed a field goal yet this season, correct me if I'm wrong. So Boswell was great, man. And he honestly could have given us an opportunity to win the game and just completely solidify that he is back, that he is returned. But unfortunately, offense didn't give him an opportunity, or the team overall didn't give. I mean, the defense was... They were
defense played very well.
They played
in this game.
Like exactly, man. They were real good. They didn't play perfect. They allowed a few big plays here and there,
and obviously some touchdowns.
Right. Early on, they were pretty sloppy. They were pretty out of touch and everything. But as the game went on, the defense just completely stepped up overall. I mean, we were pressuring Jackson. We got to him 5 times. We picked them off 3 fucking times. When was the last time the Steelers secondary or the Steelers defense overall had 3 interceptions in one game? I can't fucking recall.
Because if you look at last year, we only got like 4 interceptions total in this game. Today we got 3 from Cam Kelly, from Mike Hill, and Devin Bush.
Yeah, like the entire defense just stepped up completely. Like I said, pass rush was great. The coverage was real good. Secondary was definitely upgrade and everything.
Rush defense did well.
I mean, like, Devin Bush is continuing to progress and stepping up. He made an amazing pick against Nick Boyle and everything. Nick Boyle clearly had the height advantage, but Bush was able to knock the ball out of his hands and scoop it up as they were falling to the ground and everything. Micah Fitzpatrick still showing that he's worth the first-round pick, even though we are 1-4. We may have a losing season. The season might be over after this fucking game. I don't know where we go from here, but trading that first-round pick is still worth it and will continue to be worth it no matter what record we are, no matter what position the Dolphins have with our pick. Because no matter what, we were going to draft a safety, and that motherfucker would have been nowhere as good as Minka Fitzpatrick. This dude just continues the ball. 3 straight weeks he has had great fucking games. He was the reason why Cam Kelly got his first career pick. Because he deflected that shit off Mark Andrews. The ball popped up. Cam Kelly made a great play. Fitzpatrick's a baller, man. This entire defense came the ball. Like I said, Mike Hilton made a great pick on an outside route.
Yeah, they got 3 picks. They got 5 sacks. Defense played very well in this game. It's just that
the defense kept the team in the game. They kept the offense in the game, but
it's just the offense brought us down.
Yeah, like...
And yes, we may not have had Ben or we may not have had a Rudolph because you went down.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, if the defense is doing a great job and helping you and getting turnovers and putting you in great field position, you have to capitalize on that immediately.
And they have yet to do so this season. Against the Niners was just absolutely poor.
Yeah, this game brings me back to the Niners. I mean, we had 5 turnovers in that game. I don't think we scored once. Not one touchdown.
We got 6 points off of 5 turnovers against the Niners. And in this game, we had 3 picks.
But only 1 touchdown out of all of them.
Yeah. Like, I believe in the second half, there was not second half, but at one point there was 2 interceptions and we scored no touchdowns out of it. We scored a few field goals, but, I mean, really? You're going to score field goals off of great field advantage and great defensive playmaking? It's pretty poor.
It's unacceptable.
No matter what, if you had Ben or, like you said, Rudolph went down, which hopefully he's okay. I believe he's going to be okay.
Because that moment was a very scary situation.
It was very...
To a point, Juju was very emotional on the field.
I think all Steelers Nation was. I know we definitely were, man. Rudolph, I hope you're good. I think he is good. He was downgraded to out with a concussion. Pretty much what happened is that he threw a ball, I believe it was to James Washington, and because he jumped to make the throw. It was a throw on the run outside the pocket. But Earl Thomas came in, smacked the fuck out of Mason Rudolph, and he was out cold. Like, literally, he was knocked the fuck out. He was out cold. He was knocked out way before he even hit the ground. And I think because of that, his body was pretty much lifeless. So when he was knocked out before he hit the ground, his body hit hard on the turf, and his head just slammed back on the turf, and probably that's how he got the concussion. That's my assumption. I could be wrong, but it definitely seemed that way. I don't know how severe the concussion is. Hopefully he's good for next week against the Chargers. But Mason Rudolph, I hope you're good. A part of me feels like I don't give a shit about this loss. I just hope he's okay. That was a very scary moment because when he went down and the next time we saw him on camera, he was down and out. Like, he was lifeless. And it scared the fuck out of everybody. It scared the fuck out of me. I know it scared the fuck out of him.
Yeah, because they had to bring a cart out onto the field.
Yeah, which the cart didn't work.
Yeah, so they kind of had to carry him out on the field, but nonetheless.
First of all, how does the cart not work? And you only had 1 cart in the stadium.
Yeah,
that's an
I
issue.
Don't really get that.
But nonetheless, man,
I'm just glad that he was able to get up. He was able to wake up. He was able to move around and everything. Hopefully, he's fine. I'm praying to God that he can be able to play against the Chargers, but the best thing right now is take care of his well-being.
Right. But
that always comes first.
Right. But Devlin Hodges came in, and honestly, he didn't do too bad. He was actually he was balling for the most time. For the most part, he was throwing a few dots. He was looking real good, rushing the ball as well. Made a few big plays.
Yeah, at times he was actually getting us down the field, but again, the offense just could not capitalize. They could not click, and that's basically been the story of this entire season so far. If you think about it,
right.
Outside of the New England game. Defense has made turnovers. They made great stops. The defense has basically been doing their job for the most part.
But the offense just cannot capitalize, cannot take advantage of opportunities that the defense has given them all season.
Exactly.
It's sad.
And you look at the teams that we lost to, the Seahawks, the Patriots, Seahawks, Niners, and Ravens here. When we made mistakes and miscues and we turned the ball over, they took advantage, and that's why they've won games. That's why we are 1-4 right now. Yeah, if we were able to capitalize like they did, we'd probably be at best 2-3, maybe 3-2.
Right.
But we're not. We're 1-4.
And I don't know where we go from here. I really don't.
I don't want to say season's over because I don't think
And
but
it's only week 5. There's always anything can happen in this fucking league, man. There's always the possibility we could rebound, just completely flip the entire season over and go for a possible playoff run, maybe make a move, make a run for the division or whatever. I don't know. We'll see what happens as the weeks go on. But as of right now, I don't know where we go. I mean, this game was it was a great game. It was a great rivalry game. It was just a typical Steelers versus Ravens rivalry game. It was great.
We just didn't do enough,
Yeah.
Especially offensively.
I mean, there was sloppy playing. The play calling was a little questionable. The fucking roughing the passer penalties are fucking bullshit. And I'm not only speaking for our side, man. Even the Ravens. I think Michael Pierce got a roughing the passer penalty. All he did was this to Rudolph. That's all he did to his fucking face mask. And roughing the passer. Are you fucking kidding me?
This roughing the passer.
This shit is
penalty is.
It is the worst thing that has ever happened to this league in recent memory. It is a fucking disgrace to the goddamn sport, to the league, to the history, to every fucking thing revolving around football.
Exactly.
The sport of professional football.
You're not allowed to touch the quarterback at all whatsoever. You can't even poke him.
Yeah, seriously. Like, you fucking breathe on him. You fucking look at him, man.
15 yards. That goes away.
Bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. Not just for our side, even the Ravens side and teams all around the fucking league. We've seen it pretty much every week.
With the Rams, the Broncos, I think the Niners have caused it.
Like it's bullshit.
Almost every team has felt that effect.
Right, but of course,
and that's costing teams games.
Exactly, but of course that is not the only reason why we lost this game. Like I said, sloppy play. It's just no balance on the offense. We didn't take advantage of opportunities and all that shit.
Yeah. Did the roughing the passer penalty come into effect? Yeah, maybe, but nonetheless, we had the opportunity to put the game away in overtime. Just that Marlon Humphrey made a great play on Juju.
Like, Marlon Humphrey is definitely going to be an elite corner in this league down the road if he's not reaching up there already. I mean, he shut down Odell last week. Juju had a pretty good game, I'd say. 7 receptions, 75 yards, and a touchdown, but that fumble really hurt. It really fucked us up. It cost us the game. What can I say? It cost us the fucking game. Connor cost us the game against the fucking Niners, and Juju cost us the game with that fumble this week. If I'm going to give shit for Connor for fumbling, I'm going to do the same thing with Juju, no matter how much I fucking love him. No matter how much I think he's a great player. No matter how much I am biased on Juju overall as a player, as a Pittsburgh Steeler.
Can't be making mistakes like that.
No, you can't.
That costs teams games. That cost us games.
Right, I know he's still young, but shit, man, you can't make shit like that. I mean, this is your second costly fumble. This is your second fumble overall, but they were both very costly. Last week against the Saints, this week against the Ravens.
Last year against the Saints.
Yeah. But Humphrey just made a phenomenal play. But at the same time, Juju needs to possess the ball better. Like he needs to find a way to keep hold of the ball. So
overall we played very well. It's just the offense just could not click like usual.
And we just couldn't get the job done. I don't know where we go from here. Next week we've got the Chargers Sunday Night Football. Could be an interesting one. I don't know, man. I just don't know where we go from here. I really don't. I'm hoping we can flip the season around and make a deep run, but I don't know. Hopefully Rudolph's back next week. If he's not, Hodges, next man up. You looked pretty good today. But Sunday Night Football, your first career start in prime time. Fuck, I think that's
a lot of pressure on your shoulders for
a
rookie.
Right, so undrafted rookie at that. So, I don't know. Hopefully we get Rudolph back.
I guess we'll see what happens next week. But Ravens, you guys were the better team. Congratulations. We'll see you later this year.
Yeah, hopefully we can even out the score or hopefully we can split the score for the season. The next time we face you in
Baltimore.
So we'll see what happens though. I don't know where we go from here, but let's just get ready for the Chargers, man. That's all I can say. Let us know your guys' thoughts down about the game in the comments below. Only thing we can do is put this behind us and move on, man. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. Defense did real good. Offense did decent, but just couldn't capitalize, and we're sloppy and and we're imbalanced. Honestly, that's all I can say. Defense, keep doing what you're doing. Offense, you got to pick it the fuck up. We could be looking at a 3-2 Steelers record right now, leading the AFC North. It's not the prettiest record to lead the North with or the division with, but it's better than what we are now. but we're not at that.
We're basically at the bottom, just barely above the Bengals.
Yeah. So.
But nonetheless, that's the vid. Hope you guys enjoyed.
Let us know your guys' thoughts down below, and let's get ready for the Chargers this week. Sunday Night Football. It'll be a great way to rebound after a pretty tough loss against the Ravens, but we'll see what happens, man. See you guys later, man.
Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you later.
Peace!